All right, what's up, guys? Friday time. Fitness. Excuse me. So we're filming this video on Thursday night. I just sent it on an email to all of our members at Palace. That has a link to a YouTube video that details all of our reopening plans. So it's very long. It's about 40 minutes, but there's a lot of information in there. So we kind of go through what New York State is doing, what their regulations say, and what those are going to theoretically look like, and then what our two-phase reopening plan is for the gym once New York State says that we are allowed to open up. So if you didn't watch that yet, please make sure that you go and watch that so that you can stay informed. And if you have any questions or if you have concerns or comments, please reach out to me. You can email me, tim@crossfitpalace.com, and yeah, I'll get back to you within a couple days because I assume there will probably be more than a couple questions. So what we got for tomorrow anyway, warm up. You got 5 minutes on the clock. You're gonna do 5 single leg deadlifts on each side. So no weight, just back nice and flat, single leg. You're gonna hinge, try and find a flat line with my chest and my leg, and then stand up, try and balance, not put this other foot down. You're gonna do 5 reps on one leg, and then you'll go through 5 reps on the other leg. When you're done, you're gonna do 5 good mornings. And for those, you can put on some light weight. So feel free to grab a kettlebell. You can hold it in the front rack, toss a barbell on your back. If you have a band, you can do a banded good morning. But we're just gonna do a nice kind of primer for the RDLs later. So again, hinging at the hip, sending the hips back, bringing the chest down without sacrificing any of those midline positions. Then you're gonna do 5 jumps to an object with a straight leg landing. So what we're really trying to prime here is full violent hip extension. So what we're looking for, again, an object, you can, in the long run, you can do these to a box if you were so inclined. But the point is that when I jump, I want to go to a hinge jumping position, and then I'm going to squeeze my butt and land at full extension just to really work on opening those hips nice and hard. So I don't want you landing soft because that's going to allow you to potentially miss some of that big violent hip action. So again, make sure that you do, you're going to do 5 of those to a low object and just focus on full extension of the hips. So you're going to AMRAP that for 5 minutes. When you're done, you're then going to do a 20-second tree pose on each leg. So again, here, we're just focusing on balancing. So you're going to go arms out to the side. You can block your foot just above or just below your knee, whatever's comfortable. And we're just going to hold for 20 seconds on one side, 20 seconds on the other side. Then you're going to do a 20-second airplane pose on each leg. So again, you're going to fly like a beautiful little airplane, focusing on keeping your balance, getting a stretch in the hamstrings, and trying to keep my entire body parallel to the ground. 20 seconds on each side. After that, last part of the warm-up is you're going to do 40 seconds worth of block and twists from a squat. So you're going to sit down into a squat position, heels on the ground the whole time. You're going to block one foot, twist up to the sky, block the other foot, twist up to the sky, and you're just going to work through that alternating sides for 40 seconds. Hello, Pooch. Happy Friday. So that's your warm-up. No, okay. Once we're done there, no. Once we're done there, your strength work for the day is going to be 5 sets. My camera woman was dozing off on social media, so I had to correct her back to my face. So what we're going to do is you're going to do 5 sets. You're going to do 6 RDLs with a slow negative, and we're talking very slow. So what's going to happen for the RDL, if you have a barbell, fantastic, load it up. If you don't have a barbell, again, backpack, kettlebell, whatever is going to do here. But for the RDL, what we're looking for, so feet are right underneath the hips, so we're in a deadlift stance. All it is a hinge of the hip, and that's it. So there's a little bit of the knee bend for comfort, but the only line of action is if you watch my hips back, 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 till I feel an excessive stretch in the hamstrings, and then I squeeze back up to extension. So again, the only part of my body that's moving is my hip right here. That object should not touch the ground. So when I go through an RDL, the bar shouldn't touch the ground, kettlebell, dumbbell, whatever you're using. So I have an object in my hands and I'm going to do a slow negative. Let's say like 4 or 5 seconds. So I want to be able to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I feel that really intense stretch. I haven't lost any of my positions in my shoulders or my midline. I'll squeeze back up. And then I'm going to go through another long, slow, controlled negative, really focusing on loading into the hamstrings before I come back up. You're going to do 6 of those. When you're done, you're going to put the weight down and you're going to immediately do 3 vertical jumps as high as possible. So again, just hinge, create force into the ground, and then turn that force into a vertical jump as high as possible. If, for the RDLs, you don't have a weight that would make it very challenging, so let's say you only have access to a kettlebell that's relatively light for this exercise, then you can do them on one leg to make them more challenging. So if all I have is a kettlebell or a dumbbell and I wouldn't be challenged this way, so I wouldn't be, that wouldn't be very hard for you, then you can go ahead and you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, feel that stretch, back up. And you could do that for 6 reps total, so you would do 3 on each leg. So there's no need to increase the reps because we've increased the difficulty of the movement. So that's your strength work, 5 times through, 6 RDLs, slow negative, 3 vertical jumps right after that, and then you'll take a nice little rest before you go into your next set. Then for the conditioning for the day, so what you're going to do is, it's a format that you'll see is relatively similar. We've done some running clock stuff this week with the running in the air squats earlier, and then the running in the wall sit. So again, kind of similar format, but very different feel, kind of different in a couple ways. So what's going to happen is you're going to do this for 3 rounds. 1 round, what's going to happen? So 3, 2, 1, go. You're going to do 20 plyo step-ups, or if you have a machine, you can do 10 calories on that machine. You're then going to do 10 weighted step-ups. Again, ideally, let's say, a 50 or a 35-pound dumbbell, stepping up to a 24 or a 20-inch box. That's kind of your targets. And then you're going to do another 20 plyo step-ups or 10 cals on the machine. So you want to complete that as fast as possible. Then you're going to rest until the 3-minute mark. At the 3-minute mark, you're going to do a 1-minute AMRAP of kettlebell swings. Then you get a 1-minute rest, and we're going to do that 3 times. So again, 3, 2, 1, go. From 0 to 3 minutes, you are going to complete as fast as possible 20 plyo step-ups, 10 loaded step-ups, 20 plyo step-ups. Whatever time's left, you're going to rest. 3 minutes to 4 minutes, you're going to do max reps, American kettlebell swings, so all the way overhead. You're then going to rest for 1 minute, and you're going to repeat that 3 times. So that's what the workout's going to be. And again, this is interval-ish. So there's obviously rest, there's hard periods of work, everything's programmed for you, but you should be working really hard because again, you have some rest programmed up. Ideally, hopefully after the plyo step-ups, plyo step-ups, you'll have about a minute, plus or minus 15 seconds to rest there. You'll do 1 minute of work on the kettlebell swings, and then you get another minute of rest. So again, you have these rest windows. So the intent is to help you guys push hard when you know that's coming. So for the plyo step-ups, what that's going to be, I can't really demonstrate them very well in the basement, but what you're going to do is you're going to be on an object, again, ideally a 20 or a 24-inch box, and you are going to do a step-up where you explode at the top and you jump off the box, land, and switch. So it's going to be ideally full extension of the hip. So if you were pretending that I was jumping really high right now, that's what you're looking to do. And it's 20 total, 10 on each side. After that, you've got your weighted step up. So again, you'll grab your dumbbell or kettlebell, hold it however you like, in the hand on the shoulder, and you'll just do a normal step up. So step up to full extension, switch, and then you'll do your other 20 plyo step-ups after that. And again, after that, you've got your rest coming up. And then for the American kettlebell swing, we're really looking at powerful hip hinging. So for these, ideally, you should be able to try and go unbroken for a minute. But that might depend on what weight you have. So if your kettlebell is a little challenging for you, then you obviously might not be able to go swing for a full minute. But the goal here is to be swinging that kettlebell for a full 60 seconds. So trying to get as close to 20, 25 reps as you can each time you go through this. For the kettlebell swing though, most important things, my feet are gonna be basically in my squat stance. That kettlebell should be in contact with my mid-thigh when I hinge. And when I hinge, my shins remain vertical. So I'm really loading my posterior, and then from there, it's a really hard squeeze of the glutes, squeeze of the hips, and I'm gonna bring that kettlebell to a locked out position, lined over my body in a perfect world. If you can't get overhead safely, you're more than welcome to stop a little sooner. So you could always stop out here, or you could do Russian swings if something in your shoulder's bothering you, something like that. So that's your workout for the day. After that, our accessory work, you're going to do 3 sets. You're going to do 15 glute bridges, followed by 15 sliding hamstring curls. So for the sliding hamstring curls, that's going to be on the floor. Again, you're going to want to find a relatively slippery surface, toss a towel under your heels, and what we're going to do is you're going to do your 15 glute bridges, and you're going to go right into your 15 hamstring curls. So, ideally, I would probably want 2 towels because this is a little narrow, but what's going to happen, you get the concept, is I'm going to do 15 glute bridges, squeezing my hips nice and hard at the top, making sure I get full extension. After my 15th rep, I'm going to go through 15 sliding hamstring curls. So I'm, again, going from laying on the ground to that glute bridge position, but again, really activating my hamstrings. Should be super tough on the posterior, and also really good for your hips because, again, we're getting a lot of good hip function out of that little complex. So 3 times through, 15 glute bridges, right into 15 sliding hamstring curls, and then you rest. After that, all we have left is some mobility. So you've got a 1-minute figure 4 stretch on each side. Excuse me. So you're going to put your foot in the inside of your knee here, inside your thigh, and we're just going to reach down this leg, so stretching out this hamstring, and then the lower back, the QL over here. So I'm going to side bend and hold for a minute, cut off to the other side, do the same thing, side bend, hit the hamstring. And then lastly, I've got a seated straddle. So legs will go out as wide as you can get them, and then we'll just lean down the middle, again, targeting groin, hamstrings, and then a little bit of lower back. And you'll hold that for 2 minutes. So that's your Friday training. Enjoy, guys. As always, tag us, Forged by Zeus, Palace Ithaca, CrossFit Queens, and we'll see you guys back tomorrow for your last day of training for the week.